Good afternoon slash good evening once again, book lovers of the internet. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am Book Nerd 802 and I am back again with another book slash manga review because today I finished reading Fire Punch Volume 5 by Tatsuki Fujimoto. Now this one consists of about 210 pages and I rated it a 3.5 out of 5 stars, although on Goodreads you will find my rating to be at 4 out of 5 stars. And yeah, as I mentioned, read this in one sitting, took me about 30 minutes to get through. And there will be spoilers ahead, so definitely beware of those if you haven't read the manga series or watched the anime just yet. And I'm not sure if there's even an anime, but I would imagine there is. So yeah, just assuming there, let me know in the comment section if I am mistaken. But this one was rather cool in the sense that Togata got to express how he feels about being trapped inside of a woman's body despite having the mind of a man. Now, I am not the kind of person who generally tends to care about gender when it comes to series. I mean, I am not Netflix CEO after all. Um, but yeah, this one I feel expresses the thoughts of people who are transgender very well. And I feel that there is extremely great representation, and it's not the kind of representation where it feels forced or annoying or just there for the sake of being there. And in fact, unfortunately, for such a character, as is Togata's character, there isn't anything he can do about the transgender idea because he has a blessing. I suppose he is considered a blessed character because he has the power of regeneration, but there isn't anything he can do to change his body into that of a man as he wishes for it to look like. And I suppose that being a blessed might be considered a curse for some. But yeah, the transgender representation, all in all, is done very well in this volume. And if it was extremely difficult to follow in some stages, this was perhaps the key takeaway from from the fifth volume in the series. And the remainder of the story had to do with the main character, Agni, exacting his revenge on Doma and the people Doma strives to protect, 17 orphans basically, and this is where it got confusing because it wasn't clear to me whether Agni exacted his revenge, whether he was merciful, whether he went completely berserk on the people, but ultimately it transcribed into going absolutely berserk and just killing everybody, much like Doma did to Behemdorg in the first volume. And Togata also jumps into Agni's arms and commits suicide in order for Agni to still have a purpose to live, which is extremely ironic. Basically, she did the same thing his sister did, or rather, Togata he did the same thing Agni's sister did, and told him to live before they passed away, which must be extremely painful for Agni because he had to go through all of that again, and Agni now has absolutely no purpose to live apart from for Togata and for his sister. And yeah, it just makes his life more of a tragic one. And yeah, it just gives more purpose to Agni, but at the same time, it's extremely ironic because Agni does not want to live. He wants to be reunited with his sister in heaven or hell, where it might be. And yeah, he is just told to live, and the guilt will probably keep him alive for a while longer. And yeah, this volume was quite confusing considering how difficult it was to distinguish between what was being imagined and what was actually happening. So I genuinely thought that Agni would forgive Doma at first, but after an image of Luna telling him that it's all an act, almost as though it's all forming part of a movie, he lost it, rightfully so, and did to Doma what Doma did to Behemdorg. And Togata always wanted to create a movie, and this might have been his plan all along, trying very hard to use the right pronouns here, by the way. And yeah, he basically This might have been his plan all along in order not to allow for the story to fall flat. We do have 3 volumes left in order to complete the series, and I am still curious with regard to what the Ice Witch and Judah have in mind, since this volume gave little to no context about the cliffhanger which ended the 4th volume, and I have a feeling that volume 6 will probably have a lot to do with that, because there isn't much else to elaborate upon now, and yeah, quite a plot twist to consider that the gods people praised for ages were all actors in movies, and none of the brainwashing was done with good intent. Um, and yeah, these people praised gods for ages, did horrible things in their name, and they were all actors in movies, but people kind of forgot what movies were, I suppose, so they didn't really understand that these gods were just people like them. And this was an immersive and thought provoking read, but it was also rather confusing and perhaps a tad convoluted as well for no particular reason to keep up with the fine line between fiction and reality within a story that is ultimately entirely fictional. And yeah, I look forward to reading the final 3 volumes in the series, but a manga series like this honestly has no business being so confusing. Um, and yeah, I did need more text because several pages didn't have a single word on them, which is why it was such a quick read for me, but the context would have been extremely helpful and definitely accepted with open arms from my end. But that is all I had to say about Fire Punch Volume 5 by Tatsuki Fujimoto. I'm pretty sure that that is Togata on the cover, by the way. Um, May he rest in peace. I imagine, despite all the bad he might have done, the redemption arc is, I suppose, completely justifiable. But yeah, thank you for watching my review. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. You know what you have to do, it's all free. Take a look at the rest of my content because why not? It's absolutely amazing. And I'll see you in the next one, hopefully very, very soon. Thank you for watching, and bye, guys.